That's a very good point, because a lot of times I think people want just an answer, like for one person, like what should I do? And really it comes down to, you need to find out what works best for you. And the only way you can really do that is if you are a good historian for yourself with using devices like this, because otherwise you're not going to be objective. I think that's one of the problems we have, is that we throw everything in that basket and we want just one answer. But I think we've been trained that way in medicine for sure. Because if you have somebody that's coming in, for example, that's stressed out, depending on what they are presenting, we're gonna click on a box, right? Like there's just one way to treat this person. But what we're really finding out is that we're very dynamic, and that each one of us is going to respond differently. And that's probably why maybe in the last 30 years that what we've been trying to do with chronic diseases hasn't been working so well.
Yeah, we don't have the right medicine for it, and it's of course easier to prevent it than to treat it. So the treatment we have is more relieving the symptoms than going into the root cause. And it's funny that we as doctors, we have been too specialized. So when we have a problem with chronic inflammation, it affects all the mitochondria, it affects all the cells into all the organs, and all the doctors, the specialists, have been kind of focusing on the kidney or the heart or the brain or the muscles or whatever separate organ, or the ear or nose and whatever. But now we see that it's all connected, and the common denominator is low-grade chronic inflammation, and because of stress, and it's our lifestyle that does it. So we're now living in a totally different lifestyle than the one that we were developed under the evolution. So kind of in every way, with whether it's the circadian rhythm, whether it's being in movement, whether it's being outside and getting sunlight and earthing, what we eat, it's all kind of opposite of the way we are constructed. So we are not constructed for this way of living. So, but we don't need to go really back to the savannah and to the jungle, but of course, but if we go somewhat back to that we get some movement, that we improve our sleep, that we eat food that is real food and not ultra-processed food, and many of these things, we can mitigate the stress on our systems and get the good enough balance. Because I don't think that there's so much talk about health optimization, and then you probably have to spend all your time getting optimal health, and I don't have the patience for that. But I think it's important with health normalization, to have a normal health, to have a health good enough that you can do whatever you want, that your health is not in your way, and that you can live as long as you have the potential to live, without spending every minute of the day just focusing on health. But you need to focus on health in some way, because otherwise there will be a price to pay at the other end. And of course, as a doctor, I know it's sad, to see 60, 70, 80 years olds with all their symptoms, with all the restrictions because of a poor health, when you know what they could have done, and that is why I've written the book, that at least so that they can choose themselves, that, okay, at least I will show them what they can do, and it's up to them. I don't care what they do, but it's kind of my duty to explain to them what is possible.
I got to tell you, I love what you talked about, normalizing health, not necessarily optimizing it, because we talk about optimizing health a lot. But you're right. Really what we're doing is we're trying to normalize it, because normal has become people being sick. That's what's normal. We need to get back to 4, 5, 6, 10 generations ago, like you were talking about. And that's what was normal, where you can move when you want, you can sleep at night, you're enjoying the sunshine, you're enjoying food. That's what we need to get back. I'm going to steal that one from you. It's normalizing our health.
Yeah, just take it. Yeah.